from California to the New York Island, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. Hine matov umanayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov umanayim shevet achim gam yachad. This land is your land, this land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me.
Nice. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Happy 4th of July, everyone. All of you on live stream, because this is being pre-recorded, so everyone is on live stream. Now, the reason we're doing that is because it is a national holiday, and our team works very hard almost 365 days of the year. And because this falls on Shabbat, we wanted to give them a little break, our maintenance staff, our security staff, our AV team, our musicians, everyone a chance to be with friends or family to celebrate 4th of July. So we are pre-recording this ahead of that Friday. So if something has happened in the last 24 hours, we are not going to reference it here. And the way the world works, I'm sure there's a lot that's happened since we recorded this. But this really is a brief service for us to, of course, enjoy Shabbat and to mark this very special day in our country, 4th of July. So we're really glad you're with us and watching along. Maybe you're by the pool, maybe you're getting ready for fireworks, whatever it may be. But speaking of fireworks, Friday night begins with lighting of the candles, our version of fireworks that comes every Friday night. So we're going to light those candles and think about the freedom that we have as citizens of this country, what it means for us to spark justice and freedom within this country, and for us to remember that each and every week. So with that, we will light our candles.
Amen. So we invite you to light your candles at home as we officially bring in this 4th of July and this Shabbat with the kindling of our Sabbath light. We bring that light in 3 times. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat Shalom, everyone. We're going to continue to welcome in Shabbat with those words of L'chadodi. We welcome Shabbat like a bride. We're on page 20, verses 1, 2, 5, and 9.
And if you have a prayer book at home, extra points to you.
L'chadodi likrat kala Pnei Shabbat nekabela, L'chadodi likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela, L'chadodi likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela, L'chadodi likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Verse 1. Shamor vezachor bedibur echad, Hishmianu el hamiuchad, Adonai echad u'shemo echad, L'shem utberet ve'litchila. Join me at home. L'chadodi likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela, L'chadodi likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Verse 2. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha, Ki hi mekor habracha, Merosh שבת תחילה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. Verse 5. התעוררי, התעוררי, כי באורך קומי אורי, 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 שיר דברי, כבוד אדוני עלייך נגלה. Everybody. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה.
Rise to greet the Sabbath bride.
בואי ושלום עטרת בעלה, גם בשמחה ובצהלה, תוך אמוני עם סגולה. בואי חלה, בואי חלה, לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. Remain standing for our call to prayer, the Baruch Hu, if you're following along, page 28. Yai, lai, 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 lai. Yai, lai, 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 lai. Yai, lai, 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 lai. Yai, lai, 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 lai. Yai, lai, 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 lai. Yai, lai, 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 lai. Yai, lai, 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 lai. Yai, lai, 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 lai. ברכו את אדוני המבורך. ברוך We join together in the words of Shema Yisrael. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed.
You may be seated if you haven't already. We join together in Ve'ahavta.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובישעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
You shall love Adonai your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. Take to heart these instructions with which I charge you this day. Impress them upon your children. Recite them when you stay at home and when you are away, when you lie down and when you get up. Bind them as a sign on your hand and let them serve as a symbol on your forehead. Inscribe them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. Thus you shall remember to observe all my commandments and to be holy to your God. I am Adonai your God who brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your God. I am Adonai your God. In 1883, Emma Lazarus wrote a poem to raise money for a pedestal at the bottom of the Statue of Liberty, and later it was cast into bronze and placed there. And the title of the poem, New Colossus, is something that I wanted to share with us this evening. It's based on the idea of the Greek Colossus of Rhodes, this ancient sculpture that straddled the riverway in the 3rd century BCE. And she wanted to imagine this new Colossus, this new version, which of course was the Statue of Liberty. References throughout to New York, references to the immigrants who made this their home, and so appropriate that on this 4th of July, we remember not only her, but this poem itself. The new Colossus. Not like the brazen giant of Greek fame, with conquering limbs astride from land to land, here at our sea-washed sunset gates shall stand a mighty woman with a torch whose flame is the imprisoned lightning, and her name, Mother of Exiles. From her beacon hand glows worldwide welcome. Her mild eyes command the air-bridged harbor that twin cities frame. Keep, ancient lands, your storied pomp, cries she with silent lips. Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free. The wretched refuse of your teeming shore, send these, the homeless tempests tossed to me. I lift my lamp beside the golden door. This has always been a land that has accepted in immigrants, who has accepted those from far away. We, of course, as Jews, have been the beneficiaries of what it means to be members of this land of freedom. And so with that, we turn now to Mi Chamocha, our freedom song, a reference to waters, a reference to freedom, and for us to remember how lucky we are to be members of this incredible community here in the United States of America, and may we continue to be a place that is refuge to those in need. With that, Mi Chamocha.
Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh, nora tehilot, osef eleh, mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh, nora tehilot, osef eleh. And the river is wide, and the river is deep, We have our evening prayer, the Hashkivenu. We ask God to spread over us and over all in this land a Sukkat Shalom, a sukkah of peace. We're on page 42. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom, leshalom, ve'ha'amidenu malkeinu lechayim, ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha, ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha. Amen. Shelter us beneath thy wings, O Adonai. Guard us from all harmful things, O Adonai. Keep us safe throughout the night, till we wake with morning's light. Teach us, God, wrong from right. Amen. 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 Amen.
We're going to turn now to the Amidah, our standing prayer. We're going to do it silently this evening. And on Shabbat, we don't ask for anything during the Amidah. During the rest of the week, there's a section of the Amidah with petitionary prayers, but Shabbat is just a chance for us to offer gratitude. And so on this 4th of July Shabbat, I urge you to take a moment or two by yourself, or if you're with other people, maybe sharing with those around you. What are you grateful for about being a citizen or a part of this country? What has it provided for you, for your family? What do you hope to gain in the future? Again, we're trying to be positive and hopeful and uplifting tonight with our Shabbat service. There's plenty for us to feel uncomfortable with or frustrated by, but this really is an opportunity for us to offer our gratitude for the many things that we are given as members of this community here in the United States. So I urge you to just take a moment as we continue silently with Amidah. You may be seated if you aren't already. Always during our service, we take a moment for a Mishaberach, a prayer for healing. So on this Shabbat, I urge you to think about people in your own life, in our community, in this country, in Israel, around the world, who are in need of healing and support and comfort and prayers. And let's send all those prayers their way as we join together in Mishaberach.
Before us, help and let us say, Amen. Bisheberach imotenu mekor habracha leavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. We ask you at this point, if you're not already standing, to please rise as we turn our hearts and our prayers eastward to our brothers and sisters in Eretz Yisrael with the hope for peace in the land.
Be seated. Where is it? I lost my pages. Okay, here we go. On August 21st, 1790, President George Washington composed a letter to the Hebrew congregation of Newport, Rhode Island, and to its leader, Moses Sesaks. And he had written a letter to Washington 4 days earlier, where he described the benefits of his community, what they've received under the new Constitution, and he expressed his deep gratitude for the Almighty and for this country. And so Washington responded to him with a very famous letter, a brief but important letter expressing his commitment and America's commitment to the principles of tolerance and the freedom of conscience and of religion. And so I thought it would be appropriate for me to read that letter for us today so we can be reminded of some of the deep-seated values that have been embedded in this country and what it means for us as American Jews to be citizens here. This was the first time that a political leader in this country had reached out and seen the Jewish citizens as equal. So here's the letter. Gentlemen, while I receive with much satisfaction your address, replete with expressions of affection and esteem, I rejoice in the opportunity of assuring you that I shall always retain a grateful remembrance of the cordial welcome I experienced in my visit to Newport from all classes of citizens. The reflection on the days of difficulty and danger which are past is rendered the more sweet from a consciousness that they are succeeded by days of uncommon prosperity and security. If we have wisdom to make the best use of the advantages with which we are now favored, we cannot fail, under the just administration of a good government, to become a great and a happy people. The citizens of the United States of America have a right to applaud themselves for having given to mankind examples of an enlarged and liberal policy, a policy worthy of imitation. All possess alike liberty of conscience and immunities of citizenship. It is now no more than toleration is spoken of, as if it was by the indulgence of one class of people that another enjoyed the exercise of their inherent natural rights. For happily, the government of the United States, which gives to bigotry no sanction, to persecution no assistance, requires only that they who live under its protection should demean themselves as good citizens in giving it on all occasions their effectual support. It would be inconsistent with the frankness of my character not to avow that I am pleased with your favorable opinion of my administration and fervent wishes for my felicity. May the children of the stock of Abraham, who dwell in this land, continue to merit and enjoy the goodwill of the other inhabitants, while everyone shall sit in safety under his own vine and fig tree, and there shall be none to make him afraid. May the Father of all mercies scatter light and not darkness in our paths, and make us all in our several vocations useful here, and in his own due time and way, everlastingly happy. Written back in 1790, the statement that stands out to me, the stock of Abraham, the Jews who dwell in this land, may they continue to merit and enjoy the goodwill of the other inhabitants. May everyone sit in safety under their vine and fig tree. And may we not make other people afraid in this country. And may we scatter light and not darkness. I think this letter, written hundreds of years ago, is, of course, extremely relevant and important for us to remember today. What it means for us to be citizens of this country is one in which we offer hope, we welcome the stranger, we bring light instead of darkness into this world, that we allow people of difference and diversity to find their place within this country, for us to welcome those who are looking for the same things that we want, freedom and justice and opportunity. So in this trying time, let's remember that letter. Let's remember that this is a place where we should feel safe, and if we don't, we have a responsibility to stand up and demand that safety, and we also have the responsibility of demanding that safety for others as well. So with that, we turn towards the concluding prayers of our service, and we hope and wish for joy and for freedom and justice for hundreds and hundreds more years in this country, and may the fireworks continue to light up the sky with light as opposed to darkness. With that, we're going to move to Aleinu. Sound good?
Sounds good. Check your temple bulletin for what's happening at the temple.
Yes.
We rise on page 282. עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצא בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו
May be seated. We turn now to Mourner's Kaddish.
On this Shabbat, we remember these individuals.
Those who've passed away during this past month.
Francis Chapman, Marcia Ellen Edelman, Betty Fields, Cy Fields, Samantha Cutler Green, Janet Corsandi, Stephen Yanover.
And the yard sites that we are commemorating on this Shabbat: Eugene Abrams, Beatrice K. Bromsky, Miriam Arnau, Robin Rose Artiaga, Peter Bach, Alan Barbacow, Elihu Ben Gera, Anat Benny Shai, Teresa Benzui, Eileen Jane Burkus, Freema Berman, Albert Berg, David Cantor, Irving Cheslaw, Gladys Cohen, Dorothy Cohn, Louise Kramer, Jim Dalla, Sheldon Dorff, Richard Allen Ehrman, Carrie Inav, Lawrence Scott Epstein, Frida Fine, Jean Feinstein, George Eduardo Feld, Beth Lisa Feldman, Shirley Fenton, Ellen Flanagan, Malcolm Fleischer, Dorothy Jean Fox, Mae Fox, Matthew Gantz, Arthur Gardner, Miriam Gardner, Raymond Gertz, Kimberly Glover, Joseph Goldberg, Barbara Goldberg, Edith Goldfein, Michael Goldstein, Miriam Goodman, Abraham Gottfried, Edward Gottlieb, Aziz Ghazini, Elise Grinstein, Max Grossflam, Henrietta Heim, Milton Handelman, David Harrow, J. Daniel Hertz, Miriam Herzog, Charlotte Hirsch, Sylvia Jacobson, Henry Jasny, Shirley Kamens, Burton Kaplan, Meyer Catan, Thomas Klein, Gertrude Kummer, Alan Kurtzman, Leon Lapidus, Peter Leibowitz, Jeanette Levin, Louise Rose Levine, Sidney Lewin, Mildred Lewis, Milton Lewis, Abe London, Sonny Lowy, Louise Martin, Barbara Melnick, Joseph Moreni, Sheila Grace White Miller, David Midland, Jenny Midland, Myrtle Mullins, Lil Newman, Lena Noodleman, Leonard Penn, Marion Platt, Gladys Polish, Ray Pulaski, Isaac Mickey Pressman, Murray Redler, Gail Maurice Reingold, Israel Ritberg, Pauline Roberts, Suzanne Rocker, Lee Rocklin, Rose Romick, Ralph Rosenbluth, John Rosenfield, Martin Ross, Eric Rothenberg, Adam Schulman, Jacob Schwartz, Sherwood Schwartz, Eugene Shakin, Kent Sherman, Gertrude Sigaloff, Samuel Spalter, Charles Stein, Janet Stein Sapir, Pamela Stone, Natalie Tannen, Stan Tendler, Lewis Wallach, Edward Weiss, Joseph Weiner, Bernard Whitland, Lynn Wolfe, and Theodore Zola. Thinking of any other names that you're thinking of, please say them out loud now. And of course, on this 4th of July, we're thinking about all those who gave their lives protecting this country, the men and women who served. We're thinking about them, and of course, we're also thinking about all those in Israel, those who have lost their lives and those who have lost their lives in senseless terror, and those that have defended the United States of America again and the state of Israel. With that, we turn to page 294 for the Mourner's Kaddish. Please rise. Yitgadal v'kadash shmei Rabbah, ve'alma divrach hirutei ve'amlich malchutei, v'hayechon v'yomechon v'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael, ba'agala v'zman kari v'imru. Amen. Yehi shmei Rabbah mevarach le'olam olmei olmaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei d'kudesha b'richu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechamata, da'amiran be'alma v'imru. Amen. Yehi shlama Rabbah min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu yaseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen.
We conclude the words of Oseh Shalom. If you're with your loved ones, put your arms around them. And if you're all by yourself, we're wrapping our arms around you in a prayer for peace. Oseh Shalom b'mromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru, imru amen. Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, Shabbat Shalom,
Shabbat
everyone.
Shalom.
We're going to remain standing for a quick Kiddush and Motzi. Thank you. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidishanu b'mitzvotav, v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kodsho, be'ahava u'bratzon hinchilanu, zikaron lema'aseh v'reishit, ki hu yom techila lemikrai kodesh, zeichel yitziat Mitzrayim, ki banu bacharta ve'otanu kidashta b'kol ha'amim, v'shabbat kodshecha be'ahava u'bratzon hinchaltanu. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh haShabbat l'chaim.
L'chaim. All right, motzi over your challah or your hamburger bun or your hot dog bun or whatever other bread you may have on this 4th of July.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Happy 4th of
birthday,
July.
America.